If you are trying to keep the spark of your marriage alive, I am here with you today to tell you what you should be doing. I'm going to give you a valid strategy that has kept me in my own marriage for over 14 years, and this will also do it for you. Most marriages struggle, especially after the first phase of fun and livelihood and excitement, and all of these finishes in the first 1, 2, 3 years of marriage. It all goes away. For some people, it doesn't even get to 3 years. Why? After 2 months of the fun and frenzy, the quarrels start. After 1 week sometimes, because sometimes the wedding that you do would have piled pressure on both families, and it's going to reflect back to you. Another way, if your parents have taught you both to be your strong personality, of course that's another problem that is going to destroy the marriage faster. So the spark is no longer there. Your husband doesn't tickle your fantasy anymore, and same to the husband. The wife is nothing as beautiful to you again. You don't even compliment her, she doesn't compliment you. So there is already a problem with the marriage even from the beginning. And some might have roughened the road of this marriage, coped with the excesses and all, to the middle of it. Maybe you are 10 years in it, 7 years in it, 18 years in it. The only thing that can sustain a marriage, so you will not end in divorce or probably live your whole life in pain of just trying to be married and you have no reason to be in that marriage. I want to help you out with it today, because there is a way to it. You see, anything that anyone had done successfully already leaves a roadmap. You are the one that has not gotten to the roadmap. Now that you have seen this video, of course, it will get you to the roadmap that you can implement. The only thing I want you to please hear from me today is not just to argue with everything I'm going to say, because I know when it comes to marriage relationship, we have every reason to think it's a partner that is wrong, and then you are not wrong. The men will think the women are the bad ones. The women think the men are the bad ones. And if we keep throwing these tantrums to ourselves, there is no day we're going to get to the beginning and ending of everything. So to keep your marriage alive, to keep your spark alive, the spark in your marriage alive, the number one thing you have to do is to avoid disagreement as if it is cancer. What did I call it? Avoid disagreement like cancer. You know, the beginning of the hatred in this marriage, everything is embedded in anger. Whenever you feel the rage, if your partner is wrong, if you have done something wrong, you cause chaos with the way you attend to it. Sometimes you fight as if you want to end the marriage that day. You say things that's going to hurt your partner even in another 100 years. You continue to do it every single time because of your rage. So the first way to keep your spark alive is to leave arguments alone. If there's a conversation that leads to argument, and that's what I have seen in over 10 years of me being a counselor to marriages, I know that there are always specific things that leads to this problem. So let me give you an example. The husband will say to the wife, "You don't have sense. Every time you are talking, you don't think about it. Is this what you are supposed to say?" And then the wife comes from the other angle. "What are you telling me? You are not listening to me. This thing I'm saying is good. It's only because of you that you are not listening. And I know if somebody else outside tells you, you are going to listen to them." And then the two goes at each other that way, arguing about simple tactics of what they have said, what I have not said. And then that is now a full-blown argument. And that happens almost every other day, because you must have issues to discuss and both parties are not backing down, because you are a strong woman and he's a strong man. And now the spark in this marriage will go off, because even if you do make up whatever, it's not going to return you back to the base, because you know it's going to happen next tomorrow again. So stop arguing. Avoid argument, except if it's a profitable argument. What do I mean by profitable argument? If I'm a Chelsea fan and my wife is an Arsenal fan, we will argue till Jesus come on Arsenal and Chelsea. But this is healthy, because I'm going to throw jabs to her, she's going to throw tantrums to me, but it's all fun, it's all jokes, no issues. But as soon as your argument is leading to something important in your life or her life, please always avoid it if you indeed want the spark in your family to continue. Now, I'm telling you this because of my number 2, which is what I call physical intimacy. You know, when somebody irritates you, you cannot be intimate with them. If you are sitting down and your wife is passing by your side, are you the touchy type, or you are forming "I am the boss" type? You know, some people, really, men, they are not well trained about this, because they think I can't be playing with her too much, she's going to see me finish, they call it. But nobody's going to see you finish if they can see you naked. That you are already finished. And I'm very sincere with with you. If anybody can see you naked, or you can pull whatever you're wearing to do anything with someone, they have already seen everything. So you're already finished. The only thing is manage how you let them see you finish, not to want to form the boss after you have already stripped. That's why you notice most women will start calling you by your name, first name. If you are from Nigeria, for example, or Africa, we really cherish the respect here and there. But even if they were respecting you before, once you pull the pant down, then you bear your name. Then they can touch your hair. Then they can rub your head. Because now you've been naked in front of them. There will be nothing to be ashamed of again. But you know, some people want to eat their cake and still have it back. Once you do that, the spark will end. Every woman wants a playful husband. Every man wants an available, caring, playful wife. So why are you not that? Why are you forming hard to get after you've already been eaten? They've eaten you already. You are the woman, you are the man, is your husband, is your wife. There's nothing to hide again. I'm not saying now become extremely out of proportion or you behave nastily. No, I am saying that physical intimacy needs to be there. So if you want the spark to continue, once your wife walks by, tap her somewhere very nice, let her react to that. Either she reacts well or not, it doesn't matter. Continue to do the tapping, continue to press here and there. Those little touches and whispers and all, we keep this spark running. If everybody is forming as if your house is now your office, that will not cut it. You need to learn how to whisper things. You need to learn how to do inside jokes. And I'm talking specifically to the men here, because you have to take control of this. Don't let your wife be the one leading how your touchy and intimacy goes. I know women are good at this by nature. It's easier for them, but you have to take the lead. Don't be the one that is strong-headed. Your wife is running around and pushes your head and rubs it and scatters your hair. Don't be angry with that. If you are bald-headed and the lady slaps your head, you should find something to slap on her too, just to make the fun continue. The spark is there. So you can threaten her sometimes. When I get home today, I'm going to rip your clothes off from work. She said, never, you can't rip my clothes off. If I see you outside, I'm going to remove your blouse from outside. And she's saying, you will remove my blouse, everybody will see what's up. You said, yes, it's my own. And then you see, it's a little bit fun for singles. They're going to be like, oh, this is nice. But you that you have everything to do, you are doing nothing. Because to the singles, that's the kind of life they want. Even when you were single, you wanted this kind of life. But now you are married and you are what now? You are not interested in it again. No, rekindle that youthfulness in you. Sometimes you are wondering, why is the hair on my head white? Why am I getting wrinkled? Because you are too busy frowning and forming. The whole world will not come easy again. Your frown will not make your finance better. It will not make your work easier. You can still have fun with this, and you will discover that even relaxing makes things work. I remember this when I was a football player. When it's time to play the penalties, you have to be at your most peaceful state. If you have 1% anxiety, you're going to miss the penalty. Because look, you think the goalpost is wide, but it's not really huge. Because there's a goalkeeper in between that would form like this, that doesn't want you to score the goal. And a lot of crowd that's going to shout when you start advancing to the ball. So you have to be at your most peaceful state. So how do I do this? Let me teach you that. You need to get an event in your life that no matter what you are going through, once you remember that, you will be happy. That is your own gateway to everything that brings peace. For example, if you have huge money in your account, just remember your account balance and remember how much thing God has provided for you. No matter what is placed in front of you, it will mean nothing at that point. Now, that's one thing. If you remember your parents are alive and they're doing well, that can be something. Pick up something that is valuable and rubber stamp that into yourself as your gateway. That is what you go to anytime you want to find happiness and peace quickly. That will do it for you. And you see, I'm not mentioning love her, love him, love her, because love to me is abstract. These are things you can't really touch. You know, I'm telling you, don't argue. That's physical things you can implement. I'm telling you, touch, be touchy. I'm telling you physical things you implement. I'm not saying love, because love is something that just naturally happens when we see something that we have interest in. The interest is what brings love. The day I saw you, it was after I saw you I could determine I'm going to love you. If you are miraculously removed or vanished from where you are and I passed on that same road, I'm not going to stand to whom it may concern to say I love you. Until I see my interest will grow, then I can feel love. So love is an abstract. Don't go towards I love him, let him love me, let him love you. God says you should love me, God says you should love you. Those things are just abstract. It doesn't really work, because now remember, my number 2 is for you to touch. But the question is, will any man or woman touch what they don't like? So if you want the spark in your marriage to continue, start making yourself something that can be liked. And what does this mean? I don't want to sound insultive. If your body structure and physique is not oozing what somebody will like, then there is a problem already. Now, what I mean by oozing is your weight. Some people are overweight, obesity they call it. Your tummy is big, you are not well shaped, you are not well shredded. There's no way, your skin is not popping, there's no way anybody wants to touch you. The only things we touch is what we like. If I'm walking in a store and I see a beautiful shoe, I'm going to say, ooh, even if I can afford it, I will admire it. That's why the biggest thing you can do for yourself in your marriage to keep your spark alive is to keep your body alive. If you are sparkling clean, you have the right weight, you have the right structure, you are wearing the right things per time, your skin is glowing, your man will galvanize towards you, your woman will galvanize towards you. I know a lot of men are talking about, she's not always giving me her body, she's always telling me she's sick, or she tells me she's on her period, or she tells me she's tired. Why would they not tell you that? Have you seen yourself in the mirror of late? You've seen how you look? Can you even take yourself by yourself? No, you can't. And you say it's because I'm working, I don't have time for workout, I don't have time for this, what are we going to eat? No, some of us work out by 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. in the morning, just because we have to keep fit, just because we have to be palatable to our wife, so that even when I tell you I don't like what you're doing, you will remember as out that room, because you can see me when I'm shirtless. Then what happens? You forgive me easily, even if I'm doing something wrong. It's very easy. Attraction comes from what we see. It's not only I will give you money, you can give me money and I'll collect the money as a wife, and I will still not give you what you want because I'm not happy with this body. And some people are just 1, 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, man. I don't want to call it the way it is. And then you say because I'm busy. No. Cut out your diet that is giving you that nonsense. It's just what you eat. But look at you. You eat 2 apples like this and 45 meat. And then you say, I'm rich. Because you are rich doesn't mean you have to destroy every other thing. You need to find the balance to what you eat. And a lot of people think taking alcohol or all these small green bottle is what gives you strength. You are 48 and you're already using sex enhancing drug. How do you think that will last for you? It doesn't add up. So you have to exercise mental strength, body strength, right dieting, drinking water always will get you to the perfect body you want, and you'll be able to perform at premium. If you are still performing as if you are 20 years old in terms of your body, then absolutely your wife will not run away from you because she's going to like it. She likes the body, she likes the flesh. The same thing with man. Now you say because I gave birth, are you telling me everybody that are giving birth looks like you look? No, even if they all look like that, I don't want to look like that. Exercise your body, take care of your children, and take care of yourself. You can't say I'm taking care of my husband, I'm taking care of my work, and then the most important personnel in this job is you, and you are doing nothing about it. Please, if you want to keep this spark of your marriage sparkling, make sure you are attractive enough to your husband and to your wife. And of course, if all of this is going on, I just don't want you to continue in the other room. Otherwise, you're going to have like 40 children. I don't want that. So you need to now add some activities to it. Activities that builds you spiritually, builds you physically, bonds you together. You have to play it out. Sometimes you have to put things like praying together. Very important. You also have to put things like activities together. You see this exercise I'm even mentioning. You can do it together as a family. You can read together, watch movies together, go out together. You know, it's easier for you to go out with your wife if she's looking very dashing. If your husband is looking very inviting, it's easier to go out with him. But that's why it's all about the looks. Now, most men don't want to go out with their wives because the wife is looking somehow funny. Now they have money, they don't want to be seen with a woman that doesn't use class. So they stylishly tell you to go away. Some men will buy you your car so you can go on your own, so they can go on their own with their side chicks. Sad. But it is what it is. But if you look ravishing, do you imagine if a side chick sees the picture of the madam and says, woo, this is hot? Now even you will reconsider, because ideally the only reason why most people want to go out is because they think what they have at home is not good enough. But you have to let them regret that if you're a woman, and if also you're a man, make her regret that you are good enough. Even if you are 90 years, be the fittest, the most exciting and the richest 90-year-old that will ever exist. That's how to keep the spark in your marriage. There's more to this marriage, there's more to relationship, and this video next that is popping out will teach you everything you need to know more. Are you ready for this? Click this video and let's go.